capture the effort of labor better than what we're seeing with endurance swimmer Diana-Nyad. There she is, could make history today. Her 5th attempt to swim from Florida to Cuba, or actually from Cuba to Florida. She is now closer to Key West than anyone has ever swum without a shark cage. She's swimming so fast and ahead of schedule that our John Zarella, who is in the water right next to her, no, he is racing to get close to the situation for when she arrives. That's how fast she's going, so we only have John on the phone. John, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here, Chris. You're right. We're just actually crossing the 7-mile bridge heading south to Key West, but less than 10 miles to go. That's the last report we've gotten, but it's becoming a little more difficult for her from what the folks on her team are telling us. She's making frequent stops now. She's been swallowing salt water, which is not a good thing. She's about 3 miles outside the reef, and once she gets inside the reef, about 7 miles to Key West. But clearly, this last leg is going to be her toughest.
Seems nothing could keep Diana-Nyad from returning to the open waters.
At age 64, she's determined to become the first in the world to swim from Cuba to Florida. Last night, she broke the record for distance, swimming farther than anyone without a shark cage or protection from the elements.
She's been swimming for more than 45 hours now and says this 5th attempt will be her last.
There's a fine line between having the grace to see that things are bigger than you are and to let your ego go. And there's another edge over that fine line where you don't want to ever give up. And I'm still at that place.
Here's what she's up against. A grueling 103-mile swim estimated to take 80 hours in shark-infested waters between Havana, Cuba and Key West. And then there's these, box jellyfish. Their venom is among the deadliest in the world, attacking the heart, nervous system, and skin cells. It's the jellyfish that thwarted her previous attempts, so this time she's using a custom-made silicone mask to protect her face and lips from jellyfish stings, but it makes it tougher to breathe. She first attempted the treacherous swim in 1978 when she was 28 years old. 31 years passed before she attempted it again, twice in 2011 and again last year. She kept up her strength eating and drinking while floating on her back. She says this is her last chance to achieve her extreme dream.
I hope next time I see you it will be to celebrate instead of to say, oh, here we go again.
That celebration may be just strokes away.
So now she's really fighting that exhaustion these last 10 miles, and again, swallowing the salt water. That's never a good thing. So this is clearly going to be a test of whether there's any adrenaline left in her to kick in, Chris and Kate. And if there is, she's expected to arrive around Smathers Beach, the public beach in Key West, between 4 and 6 p.m. this evening. That's the latest we have.
All right, so they adjusted the time schedule back a little bit, obviously, because of the decrease in the rate. We get that the fatigue is obvious. We get that swallowing the salt water is bad because it has that opposite effect of actually dehydrating you. But, John, what do we know about what else happens in this leg of the swim that makes it more difficult? Is it currents? Is it temperature? Is it jellyfish? What is it?
No, right now they haven't had the issues with the jellyfish. They haven't had any issues with those box jellyfish. The current was actually a big benefit to them, and once they get inside the reef, it's not an issue of what they're fighting in the water, other than just, you know, the sheer exhaustion after she's already gone more than 90 miles, you know, swimming. So this is really just a test of if she's got any gas left in the tank.